Hey guys, welcome to our channel. This is one of our first videos, and today we are looking at some newly released No Way Home concept art. These concept arts are from the Spider-Man No Way Home official art of the movie book. So the first one we have here shows an alternative version to the apartment fight. It shows Green Goblin flying around the apartment on his glider while the apartment comes crashing down to the ground. You can also see that in the bottom picture, Aunt May is up against the window. This is obviously a much more destructive version of the fight we actually got, and I'm guessing that Aunt May still would have died in this scene. Next up, we have the Daily Bugle behind the scenes. This is before they got successful, and we saw a little bit of that in the movie, but in this scene we can see an unmasked Spider-Man going to talk to Jameson, probably trying to tell him he's not a menace and is in fact a hero. That or JJJ called him for an interview. Back to the apartment, before Gobby went rogue, we can see Spider-Man and Doc Ock creating the remedies to cure the villains. This is pretty much exactly what we got in the movie, so not much difference here. In this one we have what looks like Peter 2 and 3's first time meeting Peter 1 on the rooftop just after Aunt May died. This is pretty accurate to what we eventually got, besides from the fact that Doctor Strange wasn't there, and he didn't meet the other Peters until the final battle. In this version, it looks like Doctor Strange brought the Peters through the portal instead of Ned, and then he made another portal to take them to Peter 1. This next one I really like. It shows Peter 2 and 3 shaking hands, while Peter 1 has his hands on both their shoulders with tears running down his face. I have a few ideas for what the scene could be. It could be when Peter 2 and 3 talked to Peter 1 right after Aunt May died. It could be another version of the infamous I love you guys scene, or it could be after the final battle when the Peters are saying their goodbyes. I'll let you guys decide. Also, you can pause the video if you want to read the text at the bottom where Andrew Garfield is talking about his Peter's future. On this next picture, we can see MJ floating in the air wearing the cloak of levitation during the final battle. My guess is that this is an alternative to Andrew's Peter jumping down to save her. I'm actually glad they didn't go with this because Peter 3 saving MJ was a very emotional scene and it was kind of like a redemption for him. This next one is very, very cool. It shows Spider-Man and a couple other people looking at the Statue of Liberty while under construction. This is of course where the final battle took place. That's not the cool bit. If you look closely, you'll realise that the Spider-Man in the picture isn't any of the Peters that we got in the movie. It's actually Insomniac Spider-Man from Marvel's Spider-Man game universe. This would have been really cool, but I think it would have been a little bit out of place, and I think he was better fitted to have a cameo in Across the Spider-Verse. Next up, we have a few villain designs. First is Sandman, and it shows more of a comic accurate look with the spike ball for a hand. Design-wise, it's exactly what we got in the movie, we just didn't see the spike ball. Then we have a Green Goblin costume design. The suit is the exact same from Spider-Man in 2002 and No Way Home, but it looks like in No Way Home, when Green Goblin broke his helmet, he just kept the lenses and the ears. Along with that, we also have some different designs for the pumpkin bombs. Remember, feel free to pause the video and read the text on the page. Then we have a few Doc Ock designs. The first two are pretty comic accurate with the green jumpsuits and then a little bit of orange and yellow in them. But this other Doc Ock design has got to be my favourite. It's got a slightly older Otto with a beard and a coat like the one we got in the movie. Also, the tentacles look more sleek and they're sharp on the ends. Next up is a concept art for the lizard. He's quite vicious looking with saliva dripping down his mouth and a longer neck and head. We can also see that he is donning the classic lizard suit from the comics, with the white lab coat and shredded purple pants. I actually really like this design better than the one in the movie, and I wish we could have seen him wearing these clothes. The last villain concept art is actually a surprise villain, kinda. This concept art shows Ned on Green Goblin's glider with a pumpkin bomb in his hand. This just shows that Sony and Marvel did indeed have plans for Ned to become Hobgoblin, or at least give us a little tease for him to be him later. Give me your thoughts down in the comments whether or not you would like to to see Ned return and become Hobgoblin in the next Spider-Man trilogy. Then we have a few designs for Doctor Strange. Not too much to see here. We did see a couple of these suits in the movie and very close variations to these. Next up, we have a few ideas of how Peter stores his Iron Spider suit. A few belt designs which I think are pretty cool. You can definitely tell that these were part Iron Man inspired. Then we have a design of Spider-Man himself. There are some different mask and lens designs for Spider-Man's final swing at the end of the movie. The big eye lenses are heavily comic inspired, and I actually really like them. I can see, however, why they didn't go with this, because it would have looked a little weird in live action, but I'm sure they could have made it look good. Also, in the middle left, there's some sleek lenses that look like sunglasses, and it just reminds me of Andrew Garfield's homemade suit. And last, but certainly not least, we have probably the most exciting concept art of all of these. What you are looking at right now is concept art for Spider-Man after he has bonded with Venom and has the symbiote suit. These are actually insane. It literally looks like every single fan art of Spider-Man with the Venom suit, and it's just perfect. And I do quite like the red and gold variations of the Spider-Man symbol, but the one on the very right with the white symbol, I hope that's exactly what it looks like in Secret Wars. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!